Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another episode here on European Confessions. The following story that you're going to be listening to, it comes from a translation of a message that I received, and the translation, it reads like this. Hello, how are you? My name is Tinashe, not his real name. I am a truck driver working for a logistic company here in South Africa, but life as a truck driver here in South Africa, it is not easy, especially if you are a foreigner. You have to deal with your companies that do not want you to get hired, and you think that being responsible for transporting goods across countries will earn you a decent living. No, we are barely scraping by. There are too many scamming that is going on in the industry. So our bosses are always losing money to these brokers. It's a grind that wears you down, and sometimes you find yourself doing things even to your boss, knowing that you are hurting him, because most of our bosses, they get their trucks through loans, so they have to pay each and every month, and sometimes the truck will be parked, or it can even get a load, and at the end of the day your boss gets robbed, and you rob him as a way to survive. I am not proud of the things that I do to my boss, for he is a good man. The man, he used to be a teacher. He then chose to invest, and he then bought a truck. I was the first driver, and I was pushing him. Right now my boss has a couple of trucks. I never imagined that my life would come to this. Right now I'm sitting here trying to decide whether to throw my entire life away. You see, I have been approached with a proposition, one that could either set me up for life or to destroy me completely, and the worst part, it is coming from my boss's wife. So I don't know, people of God, is this a trap or what is going on here? I really do not even know. Consider my life before you judge me. First of all, I am in a foreign land. Here I am hustling, trying to get by. Let me start from the beginning. Being a truck driver here in South Africa means long hours, dangerous roads, and being away from home for weeks at a time. I spend more time on the road than what I do with my wife and kids. It is hard, very hard, but I do it for them, or at least I try to. The problem is this job does not pay that much. And when you spend so much time on the road, you expect a lot of money, but the industry does not have money anymore. This job is no longer paying like it used to. I am earning a bare minimum, just enough to keep the lights on at home, pay the bills, buy groceries. I can't even get my kids into proper schools back home. Every month it is a struggle just to make ends meet. That is when I started cutting corners. It is not something that I planned. It is just happened. It sort of like happened. So I would save a bit of diesel because I'm used to the truck. I know how to use this truck so much that I can operate it at an optimum fuel consumption each and every trip. I do save, and after saving, then I sell it on the side and pretend as if it is over consuming the fuel. I also swap out new truck tires for older ones, and then what we do is that you go to anywhere where they fit the tires, then quickly they put the old tires, then they take the new tires, and then they give you the balance. A lot of truck drivers, to tell you the truth, they are doing this because of the pay that we are getting. It's not a lot of money. I know that it is very wrong what I am doing, but just imagine the amount of money that I am getting. Last week, as I was preparing for a trip to DRC with a lot from Durban, my boss's wife, whom I will call Madam, called me aside. At first I thought that she wanted to discuss something about the trip, and because she is always hands-on, since the man, he is someone who likes being in the office, and the woman likes being at the site with us drivers. So she thought that she wanted to give me some personal instructions, but she looked at me and I saw that the madam was angry because we know her very well. She started telling me that she knows everything. She knows about the diesel, the tires, everything. I got so scared. This woman, the way that she speaks with you when she is serious, it will make you to become so scared. She said, no, don't worry. I'm not going to tell my husband. Neither am I going to get you arrested. I won't expose you. She then offered me a deal instead of of me being exposed to her husband, she wanted me to take the truck. She said that if you can do this for me, we can plan on a certain trip. When you leave South Africa going to the Congo, we are going to make sure that me and some boys, we can pretend as if you have been hijacked, then the truck can disappear. You sell it off on the black market, then we split the money and you can start a new life, never to return back to South Africa. This, she said, according to Madam, my boss is having an affair with her best friend. So she just discovered that this best friend, the woman, is pregnant. Can you imagine, she said, the betrayal that I am feeling? Her own husband with her closest friend, and now there is a child that is involved. So she wants him to make him pay. She sees his truck, his pride and joy, his business empire as the perfect target. By stealing of one of his trucks, she said that she will be hitting him where it hurts the most. She wants me to be her accomplice, the ones who is going to fall and to take the blame. And when it comes out, it will be like a Zimbabwean driver has ran away with the boss's truck and the lot as well, but she is the one who would have planned everything. I don't know what to do. On one hand, if I refuse, she said that it is easy. She has some records and she can tell my boss, and once she tells my boss, I'm going to get arrested. Running away with a truck is something that is very difficult. She said once you cross into the Congo, sell it, then you can have your money. I really do not know what else am I supposed to do. She said that she has some connections there in DRC, and if I refuse this thing of stealing, swapping tires, it is going to get me arrested, and her husband is going to make sure that I stay in prison for a very long time. I keep on replaying the words that my madam told me in my head of going to prison for a very long time. If I do this, let's say I get caught, am I not going to suffer for stealing such a big rig like a truck with its trailer and the load? And if I make it, won't I get hunted? Please, I need advice. If there is anyone that has ever been in a situation, particularly your truck drivers, who knows what we are going through as truck drivers. I once had a trip to Zambia, and I had two tires that burst. My boss was so angry with me, and the small salary that he gave me, he then had to took 3,000 rands that he took from my salary simply because the two tires had burst whilst I was going to Zambia. I need advice. Please help me. I'll be following in the comment section. Dear listeners, right there was a message that was sent to me by our brother right there. Dear brother, I know that you are in a very dangerous situation, but if you try to steal that truck, you are going to be in trouble. You are going to be hunted down by the police, and this is going to destroy your life. I don't know, maybe you should confess to your boss before the madam does. Explain your mistakes. Maybe if you take accountability that you have been stealing diesel and swapping the tires, it is very tough, but maybe if you are honest enough to him as quickly as possible, maybe he can feel sorry for you. Just let us try to assist our brother in the comment section. Strange things indeed, they do happen in this world.